Now, my first experience of the Good Captain in comic books, however, would be when he first became part of the Wahaha Justice League of the late 80s, early 90s. My next experience with him would occur a few years later, and that event made me a Captain Marvel fan. What was it? The 1994 Power SHAZAM graphic novel. Now, if we don't count his run in World's Finest, this would be his first comic book that he headlined in almost 20 years. The graphic novel retold his origin but tweaked it for the modern reader. What's interesting about it is that the writer/artist of the book, Jerry Ordway, kept the 1940s feel in the design of Fawcett City. This story properly reintroduced Captain Marvel into a post-crisis DC Comics. It just took almost a decade to do it. But 1994 is more important to the Good Captain than just having a new book out, because that year was the year that DC Comics finally bought the character as well as the rest of the Marvel family of characters. Before this, like I said, they had only licensed the character. Still, they couldn't put his name on front of any comics or TV or movies though. What's interesting though is Marvel Comics at the time was about to go through bankruptcy. And if DC really wanted the character's name back 100%, they could have made a deal with Marvel that the Good Captain could use his name completely 100%. Now Marvel could have their own Captain Marvel, but DC could have their own Captain Marvel. Seems like a good deal to me. Sure, it would cost some money, but Marvel was desperate back then. DC could have gotten it back for cheap. Ah well, what could have been. Anyway, the graphic novel was a success, and a year later, the Good Captain received an ongoing series, also named The Power SHAZAM. From that point on, Captain Marvel has been a mainstay in the DC universe. He would join the Justice Society of America in comic books, and he also started appearing more in animation. Some of Young Justice and Justice League Unlimited's best episodes had him in the forefront. Which brings us to the modern day.